food is medicine at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So when I go in there and cook for the seniors, I can see the different change in their movement. You know what I'm saying? I can see the change, man. And, you know, a lot of them have diabetes, a lot of them have high blood pressure, a lot of them have all different types of lifestyle diseases. They more happy, they more excited, they more happy. Before I came there, they said, well, Miss Such wasn't eating, Such wasn't eating. They weren't eating a whole lot. And they say the nurses and the RN, they be like, you know what, that food must be really good because they eating all their food. They actually are eating all their food. You know what I'm saying? So that really made me excited. That made me want to go back in the kitchen, just keep cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking.
Welcome to the Informed Tours podcast, where natural healing meets practical truth. I'm Annie, the Naija Goddess, and this is where we simplify holistic healing so you can stop guessing and start healing. Let's dive in. And today we have a very special guest, my business partner, Dumar Hemingway, who is the executive chef at our restaurant, Love and Action Café, who's also the head chef at Gracious Living Adult Day and Health Center in Pineville, Huntersville, and Charlotte. So we are so glad to have you here today, Dumar.
How you doing today? It's a
much.
pleasure to be here. I'm so excited that you invited me here today. You know what I'm saying? So give yourself a round of applause today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So working as a chef at two facilities, you have three facilities for the daycare center, and then you have our restaurant. And now you've expanded your cooking skills to cook for seniors. So how has that changed your cooking? How do you think about it differently now?
I'll think it differently because really cooking for the seniors is a whole lot different cooking for seniors. You know what I'm saying? Because seniors need the proper care, they need the proper food, and food is medicine at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So when I go in there and cook for the senior, I can see the different change in their movement. You know what I'm saying? I can see the change, man. And, you know, a lot of them have diabetes, a lot of them have high blood pressure, a lot of them have all different types of
Lifestyle diseases.
Lifestyle diseases. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been there, it's been a big difference, big change.
What kind of change have you noticed?
I know it's like they movement, you know what I'm saying? I noticed they're eating more food, you know what I'm saying? It's plant-based food. So they're starting to eat a lot of more food when I'm there.
So did you change the menu to plant-based, or were they already eating plant-based?
No, I went in and, you know, they had a menu and I went in to substitute a lot of things on the menu that I seen that can be changed to plant-based so they can get the proteins that they need and the low carbs and things like that in that nature.
So you enhanced the menu. So you took their comforts, their things that they recognize, and you made plant-based swaps for it. And since doing that, you've seen changes in their not just their medical, but in their spirit and their energy.
The spirit, the energy, and the activities throughout the day with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything specific or any kind of example you want to give?
No, just, you know, when I go there, you know what I'm saying? It's just the food is medicine. So since the food is medicine, it's love. And so when I leave out the kitchen and go to the dining hall and talk to the people, they have a high spirit. You know what I'm saying? They look forward to seeing me every day because the food that I'm feeding them, they loving it.
They're
loving it.
I'm not surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
But let's take a step back. So you've been vegan for about 34 years. Right?
Plant-based for 34 years.
That's amazing. So what, 34 years ago, it's kind of a trendy thing now, but it wasn't trendy 30 plus years ago. So what was the impetus? What started you on your plant-based journey?
Well, I was really raised in New York. You see what I'm saying? Upstate New York. And my mother used to take me every year, take me back to South Carolina and drop me off. My grandfather had a farm. When my grandfather had a farm, we worked on the farm. So I seen my grandfather take all the animals to the slaughterhouse, and he would slaughter all the animals. And I used to have a pig was my friend. You see what I'm saying? Then it was my friend. And I seen when they slaughtered that pig, then all of a sudden I didn't want to eat meat no more. It really like turned me off once you go to a slaughterhouse. And see, up north, they don't have slaughterhouses up north. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what's going on with the food and the animal.
Probably do have them. They're probably just not as common as in the
right.
South,
You don't.
I mean?
Yeah, you don't see them.
Okay.
Right.
And so you made friends with the pig, and then one day the pig was gone.
One day the pig was gone. My heart was broke. Where that pig at? You know what I'm saying?
They tell you.
Yeah.
Where they tell you.
It'd be on the table in a minute, and they'll be eating it.
And that was what did it for you?
And that's what did it for me. And ever since then, 30-some years ago, I ain't have a taste for meat, no desire. No, I just went cold turkey.
Cold turkey that day.
Yeah, that day I went cold turkey that day.
And how has that affected your life?
You see, like, you know, you don't see the age, 57, you know what I'm saying? This is what it looked like, you know what I'm saying? When you take care of the body, like I say, food is the medicine.
It is medicine.
Yeah.
So what surprised you most when you started cooking for seniors on a daily basis? Like what has been a surprise? Because from your journey of all the things places you've cooked and all the things you've catered and all that, seniors weren't the emphasis prior to you starting working there. So
Right.
what has surprised you working with the seniors?
the love, like the love that you put in the food. And when you cook, you put love in the food. And then when you take food out, and what surprised me the most is the people enjoy the food that you cooking. You see what I'm saying? And they willing to eat the food to change. You see what I'm saying? That's the big thing right there. To tell me when I come out on the floor, oh, the food was so good. Oh, the food was so good. Oh, the food was good. And they don't even really notice that it's been switched to plant-based. You see what I'm saying? Because I season it.
With the chef's kiss, huh?
Yeah, with that season.
So what you're saying, you changed to the plant, that means the original menu was not plant-based?
Original menu was not plant-based.
Okay, so you came in and kind of did an overhaul on the menu. So what kind of changes have you made?
I like high in proteins, low in carbs, less meat, more vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Things like that in that nature.
And have they started seeing medical results as an improvement? as well?
Definitely a lot of medical results improvement, yes.
What are some examples that you've noticed or been told about?
Like the people diabetic, like if they had high blood pressure, stuff like that. I try to get in tune with everybody within the facility and what they lacking in. And whatever they lacking in, I try to give them the food that going to fit them the most.
That is awesome. So are you sneaking extra protein in other places? Like what are some sneaks that you've been doing that has boosted up the nutritional quality of their food without them really noticing that there's been a big change in
A lot of soya products, you know what I'm saying? A lot of different
beans,
you know what I'm saying? The chickpea beans, you know what I'm saying? The Mongo beans, you know what I'm saying? A lot of beans, stuff like that.
And they've been happy with that.
Oh, they love it. Oh, they love it. They've been loving it. Yeah.
Okay.
My waist might be 2% over there at the dealing with the seniors because when you look at their plate, they eating everything on the plate. They
So
love it.
minimal waste because they're actually consuming the food.
Exactly.
That's remarkable. And from us having a restaurant, we know waste is very important.
Way important. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So any other changes or notices or anything you've noticed since being there or working with?
No, I just noticed the people, they more happy. They more excited. They're more happy before I came here. They said, well, Miss such wasn't eating. Such wasn't eating. They weren't eating a whole lot. And they say the nurses and the RN, they be like, that food must be really good because they eating all their food. They actually are eating all their food. You know what I'm saying? So that really made me excited. That made me want to go back in the kitchen, just keep cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking.
So based on his experience and the overwhelming positive feedback he had received and seeing so much nutritional and health benefits that the seniors were getting from switching to a plant-based diet, which is something we already clearly are advocates for, we've decided to come together and create a cookbook for seniors.
When we tell them about that book, that book is called Love in Action, Timeless Recipe for Every Generation.
Every generation. So the premise of the book is to take comfort classics that are familiar to most seniors, but doing plant-based swaps for them. So it's still familiar with ingredients that are still familiar. They're budget friendly because most might be on a fixed income. So it's not very exotic ingredients that they can't get in a regular grocery store.
Exactly.
And making sure that they can get that nutrient dense punch in a smaller portion of food.
Exactly.
So that's what the cookbook entails. And we have a link below that you can grab a copy of the book for you or for your person of care.
Definitely want to get that book.
Okay, so some questions for you, sir. What herb or spice is your secret weapon for bold flavor with minimum like sodium, for example?
You know, if I tell you all the spices, I got to cut you, and I don't want to cut you. You know, see, I take a lot of spices and I put my spices in a blender, and I blend all my spices up together, and then I call it the shake. You call it the shake, you know what I'm saying? So when you put the spices together and blend them all together, when you eat the food, all the food tastes the same because you got that same taste every time. You can't shake something over here, shake something over here, shake something over here, and try to mix it up and think you're going to get that same taste every day. You're not.
So that's Chef OG's magic dust that you're sprinkling?
Yeah. I can't give him the magic dust
Can't
yet.
get a magic dust?
It's coming out soon. We're going to be on the market.
Okay.
It's a product coming out soon. I can't give you the magic dust yet.
Okay.
But I know it worked.
I know it works.
It worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
We use it at our restaurant. So come check us out there.
Yeah.
But okay, so what about for the layperson at home? They may not be a chef, clearly. They just might be an average home cook. What are some good base seasons that they can use to enhance the flavor of the food?
They can use some rosemary. They can use some pink salt. They can use some cayenne pepper. You know what I'm saying? A little complete season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I tell people try to season it the way you want your food to taste most of the time.
But see, most people don't know how to season food. That's
Right.
why we're chefs.
And that's the reason why you don't know how to season food. They just have to come out of the restaurant and buy a bottle of that shake.
The shake.
And then take it home and season their food.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really get into all the way into the season. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be giving up something too quick.
Okay.
Then they ain't got to come see me no more.
Well, you did mention rosemary, and that is our spotlight herb for today. So I will be talking a little bit about rosemary and the powerful components of rosemary in just a sec. So, Chef, what kitchen gadget do you think every grandparent or elderly person should have to make quick, healthy meals?
You need that Instant Pot.
Instant pot?
You need that rice cooker.
A rice cooker is excellent. Yeah.
You need that what's that, air fryer, and you need a nice air fryer. So I think they should all have them three right there.
And now we'll add a good blender.
And a good blender. A good blender.
Yeah.
Not no a good blender.
Like a Vitamix.
Okay. You said it, not me.
Maybe even a crock pot, but if you have an Instant Pot, it can double as a crock pot so you can reduce the number of gadgets.
You know, it's always good to have a crock pot now. A crock pot, that was before anything. That take you way back, that crock pot, you know what I'm saying? Grandma had them crock pots. She had 3-4 crock pots on that counter. So crock pot is always, I say, number one.
Now I do love a crock pot, but when I got the Instant Pot, because it can be a crock pot, it's one gadget that can do multiple things.
Instant Pot just came out though.
Yeah.
I'm saying we talking about, if we want to go back to the late 60s, we talking about that crock pot.
Okay.
That crock pot cooked a whole meal back in the days.
You're right.
Okay,
You're right. Okay, so
get a crock pot some credit. Wasn't for the crock pot, you wouldn't be eating.
Okay, so looking 10 years ahead, what legacy do you hope Love and Action leaves on multi-generational kitchens?
You leave a spotlight on multi-general kitchen, like I tell people always learn how to season the food. You know what I'm saying? Always when you cook food, cook it with love. If you ain't cooking food with love, it just ain't no food if it ain't no love in it.
That's true.
Because food is the medicine. And they got
What's the legacy you want that to impart on somebody 10 years from now or 20 years from now when they think of Love and Action Cafe and the impact that we've had?
I wanted to say Love and Action Cafe. It changed my life. It changed my family life. It changed my kids' life. I want Love and Action Cafe to change people's lives when they come to eating. You know what I'm saying? Because most time when people think of vegan food, they think of just burger, french fries, french fries.
Or they think nasty food.
Or they think nasty food, unseasoned food.
Rabbit food.
Right. So we have a track record of having
delicious food.
No.
Chef's kiss food.
Food, yeah, right. That right there, you know what I'm saying? So that's the legacy. Come get it. Love and Action Cafe.
Well, we're going to do a rapid fire question round. So he has no idea what I'm about to ask him before we move to our cooking segment, sir. So I'm just going to say a thing and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Let's go.
So what's a nostalgic vegetable for you? So when you think about childhood or early adolescence, what is a vegetable that comes to mind for you?
Peas.
Peas?
Yeah.
Okay, that does sound okay. What's a midnight snack that you like to eat?
Potato chips.
Potato chips?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, being honest.
The veggie.
Oh, now this is vegetable chips.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the vegetable chips. You know what I'm saying? Potato chips. It's all the same thing in the same. Let's go. Let's go.
What's the first ingredient you reach for when you're creating a new recipe?
The shake.
The shake, not the OG sauce?
I use my OG sauce last. I'm gonna put that on last.
I don't think they know about the OG sauce.
No, they don't know about the OG sauce.
What you want to say about the OG sauce?
It's a unique sauce. It's a unique taste. You don't get it nowhere else. Once you taste the OG sauce, you won't know the second.
So when you're creating a new recipe, the first thing you're gonna reach for is the shake, not the OG sauce.
I'm gonna reach the shake. Because OG sauce gonna go on everything at the end of the day.
Okay.
But that shake, I'm gonna reach for that shake first. I'm gonna have that shake in my pocket most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Where the shake? And I pull that out of my pocket.
That's the secret weapon.
The secret weapon is that shake.
Okay. Oh, what else do you want to leave their viewers with in terms of how to cook for themselves or how to cook for their loved ones that might not be able to prepare healthy meals for them?
Well, most time on television, you know what I'm saying, get the cookbook. That's what I'm gonna tell you, just get the cookbook. But once you get the cookbook and you see what Love and Action got going on in that cookbook, you're gonna be able to prepare a nice meal for your family or for your elderlies to keep them around longer. I'm telling you, get the cookbook. You don't want to miss it.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So from now, we're going to transition to our one of the recipes that's going to be featured in our cookbook, which is the velvety
rosemary potato white
bean
soup.
Blender. So what makes this soup really simple is that everything's done in a blender. So they don't even have to pull out a pot or a pan. And it's nutrient dense, and the leftovers you can freeze so you can reheat later on the stovetop, or you can put it in the refrigerator to last a week in the fridge.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get to it. Yeah. Okay. Sounds great. Let's get to it.
Okay, so now is our velvet soup preparation time. The only thing to do in advance, and this is part of your batch cooking, is to have some potatoes already steamed or boiled. So I have a Yukon Gold potato here. You only need one. So let's see which one we're gonna pick. Do the big one or this one?
Big one.
I knew you were gonna say the big one.
Why not?
Okay, so we're gonna put one Yukon Gold in,
Okay.
and we're gonna keep the skin on, so I'm gonna add to the fiber. We have our cannellini beans here, also known as white kidney beans, and this is adding 15 grams of protein per serving.
15?
15.
Oh, great.
We have our nutritional yeast here that's non-fortified. I don't like to use synthetic vitamins. So this is add another 10 grams of protein per serving.
So we had 25.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
So a lot of seniors, you'll hear them say they can't do salt, which is a whole other conversation. That means you need to increase your potassium. But a great salt replacement is miso paste, because it has a salty flavor, but it does not have an impact on your blood pressure. So if someone's on blood pressure medication, they can use miso paste instead of actual table salt to get that salty flavor.
Miso paste? Where would you get that from?
You can get it in any grocery store, like any grocery store. So if I'm in like the natural food section where you'll see like tempeh and tofu sold, you'll see a miso paste right there.
Okay, then.
Yep, great question. And then since we're doing kind of a white soup, I'm using white pepper, but you can use black pepper if you wish. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that. Now we're doing it in the blender, but it will get warm. So I have about 2 cloves of garlic finely minced here.
Okay.
Omit if you have any kind of gastrointestinal issues. I have about a half teaspoon of dried rosemary, fresh rosemary.
Rosemary, okay, okay. This is one of my specialties, that rosemary.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We have here 2 cups. This is actually soy milk. This is adding, again, more protein. So this is, in here you have 16 ounces of protein, so there'll be 8 ounces per serving. So we're going to add that. You can also use hemp milk or any other non-dairy milk of choice.
So that's 41 grams of protein. Going up, y'all.
Now we also have some water, and then we're going to add just a little bit more water. And it's going to give us a great blend. So it's about 3 cups of water. And now we're going to blend for 5 to 6 minutes. So here I have some bouillon. So we're supposed to add broth instead of just plain water. But since I add the miso paste, we can add this in after we finish blending to adjust the saltiness.
Okay.
Because most time when you use anything with potatoes or beans, it requires a little bit more salt than normal to get that flavor. So I don't want it to be, I'd rather be under seasoned than over seasoned.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to add it at the end.
And what we're going to do about this right here?
We're going to do a nice little drizzle to absorb all your nutrients. Some nutrients are water soluble, some are fat soluble. So we're going to use this cold pressed extra virgin olive oil.
Cold press.
At the very end to make sure that you have your fat. And we'll do a squeeze of lemon to make it bright and cut through some of the heaviness from the potato and the beans. So we're going to let this blend for about 5 to 6 minutes. You'll see steam coming up from the top. And then we're going to adjust the seasoning and give it a taste.
Let's go.
Okay, so now it's time to eat. We adjusted for seasoning already. Y'all can see all that steam coming off.
Get into it.
Let's get into
Get into it.
Okay. Actually, I can pour
Okay.
straight from here for you, chef. Now, the great thing about this stores well in the refrigerator for about a week. But you can also put this in like a freezer container and freeze it. So that way when you reheat it, just put it on the stove. And if someone's trying to look to gain more weight or need more calories, they can serve this over a whole grain. So they can do it over like buckwheat, quinoa, brown rice. But chef, you didn't even wait for me.
Well, like Slick Rick said, knock them out the box. It's definitely knocking them out the box. Special. See, now you see why I didn't wait, right? Okay.
What are you tasting, chef? What do you like about it?
Tasting the rosemary.
Mhm.
Tasting the rosemary. That's nice.
It's
flavor.
not overpowering.
It's not overpowering. It's just right. It takes you right where you need to be at.
And it's warm, right? You don't really need to cook this on
I
stuff.
can take this. I can pour it over some rice. I can pour it over some high protein pasta.
High protein pasta.
Yeah. Or I can even have a baked potato and pour it on top of a baked potato. So you can do so many things with this.
And this is already, so if the person, maybe they're sick right now and they can't eat that much,
It's right here.
this is a nutrient dense powerhouse that actually tastes good, easy to make, 5-10 minutes,
Something
stores very well.
special. What are you gonna do with the rest of that stuff right there? Well, this is a question I'm just asking.
Chef, you're more than welcome to have it.
Okay.
Definitely more than welcome to have it. And just a little kick of the white pepper,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not too hot.
It's not too hot. It's just...
It helps. And pepper, adding in kind of capsaicin or any kind of pepper to your ingredients, really going to drive those medicinal nutrients into the cells. So it's something you want to try to be conscious of, but not make it too hot. And our herbal spotlight tonight is rosemary. So if I was serving this in an actual bowl, I will put some fresh sprigs of rosemary on top.
And
then you get different.
Ain't nothing left to put nothing on top. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing left to put nothing on top, you know.
Okay, so you can sniff it and get the... Yes. So sometimes people forget food really truly is medicine. So even though you see rosemary all the time, right? Mm-hmm. But it's actually very medicinal. Do you know anything special about rosemary, Chef?
It just has that flavor, that unique flavor to it.
Yes.
That's the only thing I know is have a unique flavor to it. And you can't mistake it, rosemary herb, for anything else.
It's true. Yeah. But it's an antioxidant. So this is something you can put is a good thing for anti-dandruff for the hair.
For the hair?
Yeah. It's a circulatory stimulant in the herb. So it's something you can rub into the skin. It helps to get circulation moving. That's why we like that. It helps with it has compounds in it that help support memory.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very powerful. So this is something you want to keep. You can do it dried or fresh. They have two different tastes and they both taste good. We use just a half teaspoon of dried rosemary in the soup and you put this on top so you get both of those compounds in it. So this is something you want to eat this with the fat to absorb all this nutritional benefits. So what we would do before you finish eating everything, you take the olive oil. Mm-hmm. And this is the chef way to do it. Just put your thumb over it so that it doesn't all come out in a big glug. And just do a little. You don't need that much.
And you mix it in.
Mix it in. If I can give you some more. Would you like some more, Chef?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't cheat me. Treat me. Okay.
This is courtesy of my husband. Went to Asheville, North Carolina to olive this and got me this cold pressed, very delicious extra virgin olive oil. So now we're going to get all the nutrients so we can absorb the water soluble and the fat soluble nutrients by adding this fat to it.
Yeah. It was enhanced.
Good.
Yeah. Now you saying something. Now you saying something.
Well, we're going to finish eating, obviously. But thank you for tuning into this episode of Informed Choice. If you got value from today's episode, please be sure to like and subscribe and share with somebody you think would be helpful to have this information. And be sure to get a copy of our cookbook. The link is down below in the description, which is called Love in Action.
Timeless recipe for every generation.
Thank you so much. See you next time. Heal naturally, live vibrantly.